Okay, so the first question is our favorite tracks that we worked on together. Which one is your favorite? New Devils, We All Fall, Good Enough, Heartspill Remix, Front on Me, Skyfall, God's Purpose, I'm Blessed, Love Curse,
Um,
All Timeless, and Music Is, but that's unreleased.
um, I say it's between Good Enough and Hard Spell.
Yeah, that Good Enough hit different.
The re-
Yeah, cause like
yeah,
to
Good
me,
Enough. I like that one. I like.
yeah, Heartspill like the remix, like the original is like the sample from Mint Condition. So yeah, that was a dope ass flip. Yeah, cause when I sent you the track, you like the beat, so you hopped on the remix.
Yeah, I like that. I like the I don't know, like I forgot where you got that beat from, but I kind of like soulful kind of like samples and stuff like that. Like I always was into stuff like that. I still like that stuff now. Like I don't know, like I just thought that that was like it was very creative. Whoever put that together.
Yeah, it was a, producer named Juno. Like I rapped on a lot of his beats back then. It was like early 2018, 2019. So I yo, that was like one of my favorite ones too, off of Lonely Hours. Yo, we killed that shit. So the next question is, what was it like
Yeah.
growing up? What was it like growing up in Harlem and the Bronx? Like what's the difference?
Oh, oh. You said what was it like growing up in New York?
Yeah, like Harlem and the Bronx. Like like what's the
Oh,
difference?
you. Oh, uh, the difference. Um. The difference between Harlem and the Bronx, really, the difference between Harlem and the Bronx is really like blocks. It's like Harlem and the Bronx are kind of like cousins in a way, but um, I would say I would say more like lingo and like fashion. Like Harlem is more they're more flashy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Harlem has a braggadocious kind of energy. It comes off kind of cocky, but it's really like confident. It seems arrogant, but it's not. It's just like flashes in your face, like Max B. Like for example, like Max B just came home. Max
Yeah,
B is like a good representation of like what Harlem would be, but the Bronx is a little bit more edgier. Like you know what I'm saying? But they have their own style too. But I would say like they're similar in a lot of ways, but I do think that like the difference is like one area is a little bit more like flashier in your face, and like the other one is a little bit more grittier, grimier. If that makes sense. Not saying Harlem can't be grimy, but it's just
mm,
like it has a little class to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a
yeah,
little bit more. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more like it's a little pizzazz with it.
yeah. Because you got East Harlem, then you got West Harlem. So Harlem is Harlem.
Yeah, yeah. Harlem is like four is broken down into kind of like four different areas. It depends on how you look at it. There's east, there's west, there's uptown, and there's downtown, which would be kind of like north and south in a way. But I look at it as uptown, downtown. Like where I grew up at, where I spent most of my youth was on the west side. Like the east side, I wasn't really like over there like that. Like my mother's from the east side, but
Hmm.
she moved to the west side and had my sister and me, and then eventually my younger sister. But like even that is a different. East and West Harlem is different too. Like lingo, uh the area, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a little, you know what I'm saying? It's all it's different, even like that. Like There's uptown, there's downtown. I mean, even like the lingo, like the way people talk on the west side may not be the same way people talk on the east side of Harlem. So, and the east side of Harlem is more predominantly like Hispanic in most ways. Not saying it's not Spanish people on the west side, but there's more of a Hispanic heritage on the east side. The west side of Harlem is more of a black history, like jazz and stuff like that, like like movements and stuff of that nature. So it's definitely like a whole different vibe, but it's all historic, you know what I'm saying? Like because the whole history of like Harlem is really like a lot of slaves migrated in that area. Like we wasn't really there by choice in a way, like the real story of it. But it's like it's a good area depending on how you look at it. But yeah, like I spent like my early youth was spent
Mm-hmm.
in both areas called one area was called the Upper West Side, and the Upper West Side is kind of like just before Harlem, and I lived in an area called Manhattan Valley. So Manhattan Valley is like in between um like Harlem and all these other areas because it's all broken into different areas. So there's like there would be like Harlem, and above Harlem would be Washington Heights, and like below Harlem would be the Upper West Side, and then there's the Upper East Side. Then there's areas that border under that. So like my early youth was kind of like between both areas of West Harlem and the Upper West Side. So like I would say like from birth to like first grade, it was like a mixture. I also spent some time in Maryland. I spent some time in Brooklyn. Um and then I later relocated to the Bronx. But even though I was living in the Bronx, I was still going to school in Harlem and stuff like that. So I spent a little time in Jersey as well, and then I just relocated to the DMV a couple years ago. So, um, but yeah, like my early youth was spent in Harlem.
Yo,
So
that's
yeah,
dope.
but
So tell me what was like, but living in Brooklyn and then living in the Bronx. Like what's the
uh,
difference?
Brooklyn also could be a fast-paced place too. It could be rough, but I had it a little bit different. Like my father was in the army, and I lived on a military base in Brooklyn, so I didn't live like the projects or anything like that. I lived in like a base, and we lived in like a condominium kind of like apartment. Like it was like 4 bedroom, 2 bathrooms. Like that was like it was kind of like luxury living when I think about it now compared to like when I moved to the Bronx. I lived in the projects in the Bronx. Like it was a whole different like there. Like it was different. Like like the neighborhood was different. Like everybody pretty much knew everybody. It wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? Like people would they would trust you enough to let's say like if I didn't have my keys, like I remember a couple times I done misplaced my keys. Like you can have a neighbor, they were that trustworthy, they will allow you into their home. That's a whole different vibe from the projects. Like you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Brooklyn, that area in Brooklyn was very nice. Even like the school that I went to, like I went to like a predominantly like white school. It's only like maybe 2 or 3 black kids in like every classroom, and mostly every classroom has about like 30 kids or around there.
Hmm.
So it was only like me and like literally 2 or 3 other black kids. That was the only thing I could say was like the educational system, because like when I went to school in Harlem or when I went to school like in Manhattan, I saw black kids, I saw Hispanic kids. It was very diverse. When I was going to school in Brooklyn, it was like you saw a couple Spanish kids. You might see a an Asian kid here and there, but it was a lot of like white people at times and stuff like that, and that's cool too. But it wasn't like I was it wasn't so much of a culture shock because where I grew up at when I first, my first like original childhood home in Harlem, like in Manhattan, like I already knew, like I was already living around Spanish people. I was already living around white people. My mother worked and still works at Columbia University. So like we seen a whole diverse of people. So it wasn't like, oh wow, that's these are white people. It was just like, damn, it's damn near nothing but like our teachers was white. My teachers was white in that school. Principal was white. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was different. But
Yeah.
when I went to school in Harlem,
Hmm.
it was different. We had a black principal. My teachers were black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything was like different. Even like the crossing guard was a black woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was different. Like it was a little bit more of a different energy. But Brooklyn was cool. Um, Living in the Bronx, I didn't go to school in the Bronx, so I just lived there. Like I basically still was going to school in Harlem, so it was like uh basically like my day to day. Like I would go downtown and I would go to school in Harlem, hang out there, and then I would just go home in the Bronx. Like I hung out a little bit in the Bronx, but it wasn't like the way I did in Harlem. Like when I was hanging out in Harlem, I was like really having adventures. Like I was really going around looking at areas. Like I'm going to the Apollo Theater. I'm going to Rucker Park. Like they were more, in my opinion, historical landmarks. Like a lot of movies that we watched were based in Harlem. So I physically would go and be like, okay, like, oh, this is the scene from New Jack City. Oh, this is from Juice or Above the
Yeah.
Rim, stuff like that. So I was going around, hanging around there. Like a lot of those films that I mentioned, I literally walked those streets before. Like I literally walked. Juice was filmed maybe like a few blocks from like my junior high school, and I worked where Above the Rim was shot in the basketball court. I think it was with Bernie Mac. If you remember, Bernie Mac was like a
Yeah.
homeless man. Yeah, where
Yeah.
where that where that was at. Yeah, with Tupac or with Birdie cut him or whatever. I
Hmm.
actually worked summer youth twice in that exact area, like right behind like the school or whatever. Like I worked like across the street or so. So I knew that area very well too. But yeah, like I just like most like my early youth was spent mostly in Manhattan and the Bronx as well. So I would say um it was like kind of like half and half, but like my early infancy, like it was in Harlem. Like even going back, and I would go and ask my mother. Like I literally asked my mother these things. Like some things I'm telling you is not just, oh, I'm just going based off. No, like my birth certificate. Like I was born in the Upper West Side, but I spent my early youth there and in Harlem because it was so close. And there was a
Yeah.
project that's still there. It's called Douglas Projects. I actually took my first steps as a baby there. Like a lot of people like Khalees, um, Makai Pfeiffer, they actually grew up in those projects. They're older than me, but I'm just saying like they lived a few blocks away from me. Merlin Santana, he played Romeo on the Steve Harvey show. He
Yeah. I
lived
remember.
like
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, he passed away. Rest in peace to him, Merlin Santana.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
He lived a block uh he lived a block in the avenue down. I lived on West 106th Street in Columbus Avenue. He lived on 107th and Manhattan Avenue. So like basically I could walk outside my house, walk across the street and walk down. He lived in like a townhouse that's like it's like basically like a house in a way. And
Hmm.
but I never interacted with him. Like I seen him like as a young kid because he was older. He rode like mopeds and dirt bikes and stuff like that. But he he was probably like a late teenager when I saw him outside. But he was already like he was getting money. Like he was doing commercials and TV shows as a young kid. So I wasn't really it was kind of crazy to see him, but it wasn't like we were surprised. Like it wasn't like where he get that from. I was like, okay, like he on TV, so it makes sense that he got stuff like this and stuff like that. But yeah, I seen a few people. I seen Cameron before. I seen him. There's a Popeyes in Harlem on 125th Street. This is when Dipset was first on blowing up, and he was wearing pink, and they had a song called "Old Boy."
Yeah, I
Or
remember that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I seen them before. I think it was him, Jewels, and Jim Jones, and I seen them outside like from afar. Though I was always like a scary kid. You know what I'm saying. I was just watch from afar. I actually met Muhammad Ali and Nelson Mandela in Harlem at a program I was in. Layla Ali was also there. That Muhammad Ali's daughter. Like
Hmm.
it's a crazy story behind that. That's a whole nother. But yeah, she was there. I've seen a few people in Harlem. Harlem also. I don't know if you remember this guy. He had a tiger in his project apartment. I don't know if you ever heard that story. There was a guy
Nah.
that had like a tiger in his. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, Harlem is I can't even. It's if you see it, it's on my hat right now. But I'm just saying, like it's a very interesting place. Like it's a
Yeah,
very
New York is definitely historical. So I know New York produced a lot of actors, a lot of musicians, and a lot of opportunities where people go and let's say like they want to do like performing arts and they want to get a deal or something like that. But is New York is also known as the Mecca. So in your idea, like describe what the Mecca mean to you.
oh, describe to you my idea of what the Mecca is. Like
Yeah, yeah, like your definition of the Mecca since New York is the Mecca.
I mean, I do think that all things have to somewhat come through New York in a way. I do believe that. Now, do I believe that? I'm not particularly sure if New York has the same influence that it once did because there was a point if you had to get on, you had to come to New York. It was either New York or California. It ain't like now, like it's Atlanta or it was different at one point, and New York was producing a lot of talent regardless if it was acting, music, modeling, whatever the case may be. But I still think New York has some influence. I just think that now with social media and stuff like that, you kind of don't really need approval like the way you had. Like before, you had to go to a label, rap in front of somebody. Somebody had to put you under their wing and stuff like that. Yeah, um, that world did exist. It's just like radio. Like if you was somebody or you was aspiring or you was buzzing in the streets, you had to go see Funk Flex. Like that was kind of like uh a staple at one point. You had to go see him. Now it's kind of like a little different. Like you could kind of like create your own world now. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
New York is the mecca. Like as far as like it did create hip hop. A lot of things were revolutionized there. So yeah, I would say so. But and it definitely was a place for people to network and still do it. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not sure if like with the landscape of everything that's going on, that New
hmm,
York has the same um the same energy or kind of like if it has the same uh presence. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you can't get on in New York. It's just a lot of things are kind of oversaturated anyway. But there was a point where you had to like that. This was like it didn't matter. Even if you wasn't from New York, you had to eventually confront New York. Period. It didn't matter who you were. Like if you think about it, remember like Outkast had to eventually come to New York as well. Like a lot of acts that weren't around, that weren't near New York, had to eventually come through New York. So yeah, I would say New York is still relevant to a certain extent, but I think like your path now to success isn't
Mhm.
just limited to New York now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, between like New York and Cali, because especially since the social media era, it's like anybody can blow up, especially on TikTok, and like most people was blowing up off of Instagram too, but mostly TikTok now.
And that's what I'm saying. You don't like. It's just like, for example, like if I really, let's say, if I really want, like I've expressed the idea I want to do movies. Like now, I don't have to like go try to get connected to Paramount or Fox or MGM or New Line Cinema. Like I can make the movie on my own and get it distributed on Tubi or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like now,
Yeah,
like the avenue is a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? So like before, like if you wanted to get your movie out there, you had to literally find somebody to either invest or get a distributor to put it in theaters. It now you don't even have to even go to a, a, a certain like certain film companies to get it out in theaters. If you have the budget, you can finance it going out in theaters, or it don't even have to go out in major theaters. You could do like independent film festivals and stuff like that. I've seen movies go from independent films and eventually become theatrical releases. I've seen that happen before. Like 12 Years a Slave. 12 Years a Slave was originally an independent film. Like a lot of people don't even know that movie. I don't know if you ever heard of 12 Years a
oh
Slave.
yeah, yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was originally that wasn't even intended to come out theatrically. Theatrically, it actually had a limited theatrical release, but it was originally an independent film. But it did so well on the independent scale, they was like, okay, we're gonna do a limited release, and they put it out theatrically. Because I remember I actually saw 12 Years a Slave in theaters. It was only like out for a limited. I don't know. I don't know the exact amount, because sometimes they'll just have like a film plan for one night, or they have it for like a week or something like that. But it wasn't that long because this was right before uh it was this other movie came out with Forrest Whitaker. I think it was called The Butler or something like The Butler or something like that. It was like
Yeah,
right before, so they didn't want like the time frame to to
to
to have
overlap it.
issues.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they let the 12 Years a Slave be limited, and then the Butler did like the theatrical run. But yeah, like even with that, like look like let's say for example, Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a legitimate boxer now, and he came from YouTube. He used social media, and he's now getting fights like he's literally fighting actual boxers or retired boxers. Like social media has really become, and that's really like your own channel now. When you really think about it, if you have social media, if you have a social media page, that's kind of like your own television show. You kind of have your own world in a way. You can monetize off your audience. So I think where we're at now, I do think it's oversaturated and diluted to a certain extent, but I do think that there's an easier way to prosperity now, as opposed to you had to literally know somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody. Now it's like all you gotta do is put a phone in front of you and show your talent, and somebody can possibly see you. It's way different. I mean, that's how you discovered me. You seen me online, like you know what I'm saying. Like it's happened. That's what you know what
yeah,
I'm saying. That's literally how I've gotten discovered. I put myself online, and people found me. Like a lot of the opportunities I've gotten was because I started um with my own foundation, like building my own foundation. Like I literally built a following just posting me rap. Like I didn't have no fame, like no fame. I didn't have no expensive equipment. Like I literally started off recording a messed up Android phone. Like at the time, I had a phone that I messed up, phone that I dropped a couple times. It was messed up, and I was
yeah.
just
I remember.
running
Yeah,
that. And my videos was in black and white at the time because it was so messed up. My environment, I couldn't even have it in color, and that just built that I really built a following. When I first was building my following, I didn't have no real followers. I didn't know no DJs. I didn't know nobody. I just kept posting, and it took a long time. Like some people could post like and they could get lit like a week, a couple of days. It took me months of posting, months. Like I don't have Twitter anymore, but Twitter was actually the first platform that really got me seen. Like that was like in my opinion, that was like yeah, I had Instagram help, TikTok help, YouTube help. I had other platforms too, but Twitter was like the platform where it was like okay, this is realistic. Like okay, I'm really gaining a following. It took a while, but then I'm like, okay, these public figures, because back then years ago, it wasn't as hard for like a celebrity or public figure to follow you on Twitter. Twitter was like the easiest thing, was the easiest platform in a way to get a famous person to interact with you or follow you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
remember.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it was easy.
was.
Now it's like, it's very rare, if you can, so I probably only got like maybe one or two like real popping people on like on my Instagram or something like that. But it's like Instagram, you might have to ask for somebody to follow you. Like on Twitter, it was different. You follow them, they will most likely follow you back, or they would have followed you first. And you like, oh snap, this is such and such. Like it's different, and that's how I built my my platform. That's how I built my name. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I have to also credit social media, you know what I'm saying, for for definitely getting me out there. Because without social media, I don't think a lot of opportunities would have been available. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I did have a little name in the streets, like in my area, but that's all it would have been. It would have just been in my local area. Okay, yeah, I'm rapping outside or I'm battling people, but it's like, okay, you just gonna be known in this area. What are you gonna do? To me, it's more valuable for somebody to know me in Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or know
yeah,
me somewhere that I've never been. Yeah, because there's people that follow me that know me, they know of me, and then they have never even been to New York. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's a fact. Yeah.
I got supposed yeah. Like for example, you just interviewed DJ P Fresh. Shout out to P Fresh.
Yo,
P
shout out to
Fresh,
DJ
yeah,
P Fresh King. Yeah.
yeah. He been following me for like 10 years. And I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I never told nobody really about this, like maybe one or two people.
Mm-hmm.
P Fresh didn't even know I was rapping at first. When I like the funny thing was I didn't like Instagram at first. I made my first Instagram like 2012, 2013. Some have I think I either lost it, deleted, whatever. I made another one in like 2016. Me and him started following each other. Now, P Fresh always been who he was. He was always posting content and stuff like that. But at the
Yeah.
time, I was like, how am I going to get my name out there? So I started posting memes and stuff. He was actually the person that hit me. I was like, nah, you shouldn't. You can actually rap. You ain't even got to do all this. Like, post your videos, post you rapping. So shout out to P Fresh. He probably don't even remember that, but
Yo, shout
he
out.
did.
Mhm.
He did DM me one time, and he was like, "Yeah," and I changed my whole. That like changed everything because I stopped doing like yes on my page I still have a little like maybe in my stories I might be a little bit funny, but like I changed that because I was like, you know what, I was kind of like it was kind of like a conscious rapper trying to like put out like a club record, like it just wasn't going. You know what I'm saying? Because now the crazy part was I was getting rappers like popular rappers like looking at my page, but they wasn't looking at it for what I wanted them. They was kind of looking at it like, oh, he a jokester, or he's a funny guy. They not looking at it, oh, he nice, he can rap. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me just build my page organically, and then I could say like 2018 is when I started really building my page, like really building my following, and then I started coming up. I came up with a slogan called "Watch Me Work," which is controversial now because a lot of people say it now. So I'm not saying I am the creator of saying it, but I do believe I did help pioneer that slogan. That's just my personal
Yeah, yeah, with that
opinion.
hashtag, because that hashtag was everywhere on Twitter.
Yeah, and I'm saying, but nobody, I don't think nobody. I had that wave, like in my personal opinion, I had that wave. And I have a new slogan that I'm already starting to use now, which is I can't get involved. Meaning like I can't get involved with BS, I can't get involved with nonsense, anything that's not cohesive with what I got going on. So I usually say I can't get involved. But Watch Me Work was actually an accident. Like it actually was a real accident. Like I was rapping with a dude in Harlem. We was chilling in Harlem and we was like not like in a trap house, but we was like in somebody's crib, you know what I'm saying, doing something we ain't had no business doing, just chilling. Not like crazy stuff, but just like we ain't supposed to be over there chilling. And we was just
Yeah,
freestyling, and I was just saying like, just saying to myself, hyping myself up, and then people started saying it along with me, and then that pardon me, that actually was the catalyst for something because that helped. But now it's kind of like I see so many people say it or people use it. It's like the crazy thing about it is there are people that still say it to me, or they'll come to me and be like, "Yo, I saw this guy. He's popular on such and such, and he's saying watch me work. He taking what you said and all." I'm like, "Well, I didn't trademark it, so I can't really say it's mine." And technically, it's not. It's not definitively mine because I'm not the first person to say watch me work, but I do believe that I. Yeah.
yo, the
Hold on
connection
real
cut out
quick.
again.
I got you. Hold on.
All right.
I'll put this charger. That's what I don't really like about iPhones, man. Sometimes they just be fucking dying so fast.
Yo, that remind me when we used to go live all the
Yo,
time on IG, and it used to cut out all the time the
yeah.
live videos.
Man, I remember I did an IG with this not a rap, this DJ. I don't rock with him or whatever. I ain't even going to like talk crazy about him, but he always wanted me to go on his live and like freestyle. And I went on his live, man. That shit he still probably has that up on his videos, like on his page. That
Hmm.
joint was so choppy. It was like going in and out in the video. It was bad. Like it was bad, man. It was bad. And I just like, yo, never again. But yeah, man, like we do got me and you actually have a song I just gave you a verse for.
Yeah,
That
music is unreleased.
yes, it's unreleased. That I'm gonna leave that to you to drop that or whatever. So
Yeah, it's gonna be on a deluxe version of DC versus Everybody 3.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
hold on.
gonna be real. It's gonna be real dope.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's gonna be dope. Yeah, that was like the last. That's like the last verse I did. Actually, that might be the last verse. Like I'm recording, I think this year. I think like the verse that I did. I recorded a freestyle too. I'm actually gonna start releasing freestyles again, and I'm gonna have to basically go back to what helped me get out there. So just like putting my just restart my run again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just basically just trying to just start it all over again like how I did before. You know what I'm saying? That's how I built my. I mean, I'm gonna have to do more than that, but I have a purpose why I'm gonna start doing my freestyles again because I'm actually working on some newer things in the future. You know what I'm saying? I got some
Yeah,
unfinished business. You know what I'm saying? Especially with emotion picture. So it's kind of been uh how can I say it just feels like unfinished business, especially with that. Like I feel like I feel like I gotta do one more. Like that. Like I just feel that. Like I just feel like I left it on two and I can't. And basically, what I'm saying, because I know you know what I'm saying, but to explain to others that'll be listening,
yeah,
is
hmm
I have a project in a series called Emotion Picture. So it's basically that's the name of my first ever project that I ever released. It's basically it's an EP that I made. Is a 6 song project which followed up with another 6 song sequel of it, and it's basically like the highs and lows of my life at whatever capsule of time. So
yeah,
at the time of this interview, I'm 35, almost 36. My first project EP1. I released it in 2016. I was 26. So that was basically my life from like, I would say from like 15, 16 to like about 24, 25. And then like
hmm
EP2 was basically like, I dropped that when I was like 28. So that was pretty much from whatever time I left off up until there. So it was probably like, it was only maybe like a 3 year get window, a 4 year window that I was basically talking about. And but the project that I'm working on now, which will most likely, I'm very sure will probably be EP3. It will be basically what has happened from that time frame up until now. So it would be basically since I released EP2 at 28, it would basically take place from like I say like 29, 30 up until like now. So I would say basically from like COVID to now. Basically. From like
yeah,
COVID
cause
to now.
yeah, cause you got to touch on like what was your life, what was going on then, and then losing your dad, and then losing your sister. It's like you got to really fill it in to make it seem like it's a real movie, like it's like real motion behind it.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's something that I've actually cuz I never really like rapped about that. Like I've rapped like a freestyle, but I've never like put in a song like that type of pain, not like on that type of level. So that would be
hmm
I'm actually working on something where I kind of tie both my father and my sister together in like a song. So it's kind of like involving both of them, but it's like a perspective that I'm like talking to them in a way. But it's like it would be like one part of the verse would be like me talking to my father, then the other side would be like me talking to my sister. So that's something that I actually um been entertained. I've also started like writing my rhymes again because I went like about a 10 year period without you know without writing. So um yeah, like I'm gonna touch that. I'm gonna touch just a lot of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, I'm just gonna touch a lot of things. But that's probably gonna be, even though it's still a sensitive subject to talk about, it's not the wound ain't as like as fresh as it once was. Like it's still a wound, but it's not as like tender, like as because there was a point I couldn't even say anything. So it's like now I'm kind of a little bit I'm a little bit more comfortable probably speaking on that. Maybe not speaking on like the intricate details of what happened, but like
Hmm.
speaking on like how it affected me or what has taken place in my mind since that. So um yeah, so I think I and plus like people that do listen, like I have a lot of really good supporters. Um and they're kind of interested in hearing that stuff. So that's gonna be something that I'm gonna touch.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to hear that one. So the next question is, do you have any like past career regrets?
No, I don't know. I don't really look at things in a regretful. No, not really. Like I think everything was supposed to happen the way it did. No, I try not to live life with regrets. So no, I don't like not that I could think of right now. I don't really have any um like sometimes I wish I didn't like I may have made a mistake about an artist or a producer, you know what I'm saying, or maybe a DJ. I shouldn't have maybe necessarily worked with them, but then at the same time, it's like I had to have had some experience in order to learn certain things, whether if it was good or bad. But
Hmm.
I don't really think I have any real no, not no real regrets. No.
Well, like for me, I don't really have like career regrets either, but it's just like, you know, s- sometimes I feel like I could have been further if I didn't jump in other people's beef, just trying to, be loyal to them and they wasn't loyal to me. So it's like that really set my career back in different ways because I feel like, you know, I have more like aggressive tracks than just me having a disc catalog. Like I never really thought I would have like a disc record catalog. It's just, I just never could think of that, but it's kind of like a stain on my career a little bit. But it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I try not to get into that type of stuff, and it could be tough. And sometimes I do feel like I feel like I have been at that point where I wanted to probably like verbally or lyrically attack people, but I'm kind of like unless somebody like just came out and just was just wilding on me on a song, even then I would have to really look at the cause or if it's even worth me entertaining. Because I've had people say stuff like not even things that you may have knowledge about. I've even when I used to do like rap challenges and join like ciphers and stuff,
Yeah,
and I
I
would
remember that too. Yeah,
definitely yeah, and I would and I'm a writer. I write. I listen. I pay attention. I can hear sometimes if somebody's taking a shot or trying to, it might be subtle, but I can hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of artists that are like that, but that's one thing where you just trying to sharpen your pen. But there's sometimes individuals that are trying to capitalize and trying to use you as some type of game or something like that. I don't really get into that stuff,
yeah.
especially like
Like those
that mob
like those
situation.
Vibe Villa dudes, man, they laughed us up out that video. I still think about that shit, bro.
I don't
And it's
think
just
they
like,
did. When I look back at it, I think they were just being um I don't know. I don't look at things in a certain way no more because I look at it like if you can't look, do you think every coach thought Michael Jordan would be who he became? I don't think every coach that saw Michael Jordan play when he was
Hell
younger.
no.
You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
you can't fault certain people for not seeing the vision or hearing the vision. Like I used to always be there, like you can't, you don't know who I be, you don't know who I'm about to be, you don't know who I am. I used to get furious with that, or I used to be like, how come they can't hear it? Some people can't hear it. Some people can't see it. That's not like I don't even take that. And if they don't want to do their research or try to even try to grow with you or learn or do they due diligence to do some homework on you or whatever and just judge you based off one performance or whatever, like that's not really like my concern. Like, and I know who I am. Like I know what my capabilities are. And to be real with you, Chuck D know who I am. Chuck D knew who I was. He interacted with me. Like people like that, Lisa
Yeah.
Evans, Fredro Starr, like now, if they said some shit like that, okay, that would probably hurt or have more merit. Not no
Yeah.
niggas
Yeah.
like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like when you really
Yeah.
look back at it, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
like they don't and respectfully, I'm not trying to comfort them, you know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to them, they doing their thing or whatever they doing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have a real pulse on what's going on. They just a channel that just speaks of things. Like they don't have no real, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't shape the culture. They don't shape nothing. So it's like what they like now. At the time, I'm human. Of course, at the time I felt the way. Of course, because you're naturally gonna be like, what da 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 da. But look,
Yeah, especially like when you competitive and it's like, you listening to like two random YouTubers, judging everybody music, but I was like, yo, that song was from like 2018. We didn't
yeah,
sing
that's
that
what I'm
to
saying. Now they didn't know
2021.
that. Exactly.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't know that. But that's what I'm
Nah,
saying. I'm a whole different rapper. I'm a whole different rapper from 2018. I think differently. I do things so much differently. Like, I just do things so much differently. Like I just try to not entertain stupidity. Like, like, I don't know, man. Like, when it comes to that, like, they're not the only platform that's kind of like slighted me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, yeah, like, oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, yeah.
You can hear me? Yeah, I'm trying to make sure because I didn't want to I thought I was getting a call. But anyway, I was saying, um, look, it's not, some things ain't worth it, man. And I think that's
Yeah.
age. I think that's me getting older, man, because I'm telling you, I used to always have a problem when I was younger, man. Like I always wanted to clap back and do something back. I can't be like that no more. Maybe I'm just getting old. I'm getting older. Like I'm getting
Yeah,
older.
especially like
Like, or I'm getting older. I'm learning how to size situations up better too.
yeah, because I used to just want to crash out all the time, bro. But then my mom, she was telling me,
Yeah.
I had to chill with my temper and shit because I got that from my pops. Because my pops, he was always like lashing out at folks. But I was like, man,
No, people. I know people that got killed for playing for always having a response. They always had the and they're like, I know people that literally got killed like that because they always had to jump out the window. And that one time they jumped out the window, they have no parachute. So it's just like I try to be mindful of that. Like
is it
if
no
it ain't
parachute?
yeah, if it ain't worth it, don't. I'm not trying to sit in jail for that. It's stupid. If it ain't worth it, look. I always look at like, did somebody die behind this? Am I almost if it didn't affect me to the point of like something like drastic, leave it alone. That's how I try to, you know what I'm saying? I try to look at things like that. But not everybody gonna respect what you're doing. Everybody gonna like what you're doing. Everybody gonna think you can rap. Like there's people that could think highly of you, and there's people that don't. You know what I'm saying? Or they might look at you. So it's just like, for example, um, the way I'm perceived in the area that I lived in the Bronx is way different than the areas that I grew up in Harlem and the Upper West Side, and like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you might grow up in different areas where they just impoverished and they don't want to see somebody try to like uh overcome those circumstances. It's just a natural. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you get
Yeah.
love from where you're from, it's a beautiful thing, but it's usually a rarity. Most people get killed by the same people that they grew up around or set up and all that. So I used to be into that, like, damn man, why my area don't mess with me? But when I wasn't doing nothing and standing on the corner and smoking and all this type of stuff, it was cool. Like and then
Yeah.
I had to realize that like that area is that area. I'm trying to expand. So
Yeah. Trying to
it
evolve. Yeah.
doesn't, yeah. So it don't even matter if they see me that way because even now when I go back to my old area like in the Bronx and I go out there to visit family and stuff, I I I still see the same thing. Like they're not doing anything. So of course of course they're gonna give you resistance because they're stuck in stagnation. So it's like when they see me and I got a pair of Jordans on or I got a nice coat, it's like it's not so much you that they hate, is what you're showing to them in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're
Yeah.
showing it's a reflection of their shortcomings and stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's like
So
it's like a reflection of they like you said, like negative shortcomings.
insecurities, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really take a lot of things personally because most of the things people do to you is not even personal because they don't even know you. That's why I don't really get angry at a lot of things no more. I used to. That's why I say I can't get involved because like I literally can't. It's gonna it's gonna make you lose your mind if you trying to solve all this shit, trying to figure out why this person hating on me, why this person doing this, why this person act like this. You could be you ever been good to somebody, never did nothing wrong to them, and they still did some slimy shit to you, like they still did you dirty, and you never did
Man,
nothing
how
to them,
well I
like
know.
that's what I'm saying. You can't like I've been in those positions. I've been in situations where I never did nothing to somebody and they still snake me. And that's something that you can't prepare for. So I just say I can't get involved because I gotta leave that up to God. Like that's literally something that I can't do.
Yeah, that's why me and my homie Tommy, like we got a song called Slime You Out. So it's like, basically if you slime somebody else out, then they gonna slime you back. So it's like it's all reverse karma.
Yeah, I think karma, but see, I think karma is like a double edged sword because karma could be beautiful too. Like people think that karma always is the negative effect. Karma is actually what you put out also as well. I think if you treat people in a good manner and you do right by people, I think you're gonna receive a good karma. I don't think karma always comes in bad form. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't think karma always comes and I think karma appears not when you want it to, or when the culprit thinks it's
Yeah.
gonna appear. It's gonna appear in a certain manner that's probably not gonna be a pretty sight. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to do
Yeah.
right, and you know what I'm saying. It's just calm, like, but I think that's all. Even then, that's all speculation. But it is true. If you know what I'm saying, if you out here doing treacherous things, you know what I'm saying? Things that are treacherous is most likely going to happen to you. So I try not to be out here doing foul stuff, man. Like you know what I'm saying, and that goes for anything. friends, business, because there's people out here that do things and they just think they'll never get caught. That's just not how I go. And karma don't always have to come and get you. It could come and get somebody that you care about too. I've seen that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that.
Oh
That
yeah,
could
yeah.
be
I seen, yo, I seen that recently. I was like, damn. I was like, yo, you did all this foul shit to me, and you thought I didn't know about it, but karma came in that house and got somebody you love just recently,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Just recently.
Karma, yeah. Karma is That's why yeah. And yeah, man. And yeah. See, I don't really feel like I've been on karma's bad side in my life. Like, yeah, bad things have happened to me, but I just think that's just the laws of the land. I think we all gonna experience bad things. So when I say like, and a death don't always have to necessarily be karma too in a way. That's just natural. You know what I'm saying? Things that happen in life. But I'm just saying like we recognize karma. We know when it's karma. You know what I'm saying? We know, especially if we're
Yeah.
the person that did some foul shit. We know when it's karma. Cause I've known when some shit happened to me and I'm like, oh yeah, that's because I did this. Oh yeah, it then came back. And then and karma don't come sometimes karma could wait for you for 10 years, 20 years. It come and sneak up and snatch your ass. Like it don't have to be the next day or a week from there. Like
Yeah.
for real. If you was out here, I've seen karma come reappear through people's children. Like the parent was always showing their ass as a kid, and then when they grew up, their kid became a bigger ass than them. So
And that's true.
karma is whatever. Karma is um whatever you dish out in this world. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try not to do wrong. Like even for example, I try not to older people sometimes can talk crazy to you, but I have to be mindful that I have a mother. So I try not to, disrespect people older than me, even if they're disrespectful, because I got to think about my mother. I think about how my mother's walking around here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want nobody to talk crazy to my mother because I know how I can get. I know how I can get.
Well, me too, because karma come like in different ways, like in relationships too, because like I was telling you, like I used to be a dog, bro. Like when I felt that first few heartbreaks in my life, I was a dog, like a mutt. No Leon Thomas, you feel me? Like I used to just dog these females out, but I was like, man, in order for me to grow in my life, I want to change something. It's like I want to be on the good side of karma because I feel like, me being a dog, that was on the other side of karma. And, it just never really worked out for me. And then that's how I came up with that concept love curse because I feel like that bad karma came back in a curse form of love. You feel me?
Yeah, karma could come back like that. Like you got a nice girl, you got a nice woman that you deal with, and you dog her out, and then you go deal with another woman, and she is just like uh, beyond. She is like a super bird, a pigeon, like you know what I'm saying, like for real, like I've seen that. I've seen dudes uh take advantage of a nice woman, go to school, whatever, and then they get a girl, they deal with another one, and she's like for the streets, and she just out here just doing whatever. And the dude out here is like every time she go and she say she going somewhere, his heart be dropping to his stomach because he don't trust her. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Like I done see stuff
Yeah.
like that too. Go for real. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
because
I've seen that. I'm
and
telling
as
you,
far as
I've
that,
seen
like,
that.
not to cut you off, like in relationships, I look at relationships like, it's like you on your last foul, right? And it's not like
Yeah.
you're not trying to foul somebody on the 3 point line because if you foul somebody on the 3 point line, that shit is over. You out the game. So it's like somebody pump faking you, right? It's like
Yeah.
a female pump faking you because um you got lies, secrets, and then the third one is betrayal. See, like if I reach in and I foul you, I'm gonna be out the game. You feel me? So it's like It's like the it's like a female. It's like they hold the ball right. You're not trying to foul out because you're on your last foul, and you're not trying to give the other team 3 points because they can win. So let's say like if the score is down to maybe like by 3 points, I'm reaching in, I'm fouling somebody, I'm out the game. Like get to the bench, I'm out the game. You feel me? That's how I look at like certain relationships.
I mean, like I think, yeah, I hear, but that's kind of like that could also be like toxicity. Like I know, like I'm not gonna say their name, but I know a dude. He's in a relationship with a woman. I know both of them. I grew up with both of them, and it's toxic. Anything that you can think of that's toxic, that's their relationship. I'm not going to shout out what it is, but anything you can think of that's bad, their relationship. And it's like they dog each other. And it's just sometimes when I see them, I done told them to their face, like, why? Why y'all still together? Why don't y'all just like just break up, just be friends? Why y'all doing? Y'all gotta always do tit for tat and do. Why? Like this is it's kind of like a modern day Ike and Tina Turner, like you know what I'm saying? Like literally,
Yeah,
and I mean that, and it's just like why do this? Like why? It don't, you know what I'm saying? But some people like to, some people love the madness. You know what I'm saying? Some people love the madness, and I had to you gotta sometimes let people be where they at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people haven't grown or matured as much as you do. Cause every time I go back to my old neighborhood, I always be like, damn, I'm really on a different type of time. Because it's like I can't stand here and talk to y'all niggas all day. Like I was and where I'm at, it's cold now. Y'all niggas is still outside and it's cold. Outside, smoking and drinking. And and some of these people are older than me. So it's like, and they just be like, damn, man, like I really did grow. I really did grow. And I think that's the most beautiful thing that can happen to a human being when they grow, when they know that they're growing and they've evolved. I don't even care what people even say about me no more now. I used to really, really care. Like I used to really care. I used to be like, damn, such and such thinks this of me. Like I can't go through life feeling like that no more. And that's gonna hold me back too. That's why I don't really care no more. Cause I'm gonna die anyway. I'm gonna live anyway. I'm going, so I might as well just do it my way and do what the hell I want to do. You gonna do what you want to do. They're gonna do what they want to do. Why not do what I want to do? So I
yeah,
mean,
that's true.
that's pretty, and that's how I look at it with music too. That's how I look at it. You know how many people used to tell me, "Why you freestyling? Ain't nobody gonna you need to stop doing that. Drop music. All this, and then a lot of those people that told me that what they doing, they paid. They turn around and start freestyling. They turn around and start doing the same type of shit that they told me wasn't gonna work for me. Everybody has their own way to where they going. The success is only like to me is how you look at it. I don't think
Yeah,
success should be defined as one thing. Just because I'm not on the charts or I'm not winning Grammys does that make me any less of a successful artist or somebody that is? Some of that stuff is manufactured. And I'm just using that as an example. I think to
yeah,
me, if you can provide for yourself or you're providing and you're doing things mostly self-sufficient or with limited help, that is success. Because you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that
yeah.
try
It
to
is.
tell you what's right and wrong, they on the sidelines or they never did nothing. Like, how you gonna let somebody without a car tell you about your car? You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's what I had to learn. I'm not saying you can't learn from somebody that may not have what you have because maybe they did. Like you can learn from a homeless person because a homeless person could probably teach you the steps to not become what they became, depending on the circumstance. But I just feel like life is just tricky. I feel like there ain't no real right or wrong answer in a lot of cases. I just feel like you gotta go. It's like the Matrix. It's like you gonna take the blue or the red pill. Like sometimes, like that's the way
Yeah,
it looked like to me. I was like, do I take the blue pill? Do I take the red pill? This might kill me. This one might make me like super strong. Like and then it makes it even more difficult when you don't have no roadmap. I ain't have no GPS. I got, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I got really navigating. We spoke like spoke earlier about my sister and my father. Like I really got to navigate now without that, without those two people here now. So it's even more of a challenge for me, which I'm going to still figure it out. It's just, I think sometimes death and losing people can just, revitalize you and your spirit. Like it can either break you or make you. And I think, it all depends on the person's character. There's just a lot of things I got, working, I've been working on, and I've been kind of dormant on social media. I'll be back at the end of the year, December time, December. It's November right now while this interview is going on, like middle of November.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm just still working. I still got the motivation to do some things, I don't know how much time I got left to for a lot of visions that I have as far as like, do I still want to chase those things? But I still have some fire left. As long as it's still fire, I'm cool. It's just that when the fire is gone, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
But
feel you on that because
I
I have
adapt.
those conversations all the time to myself, you know?
Yeah, I started rapping in like second grade. I'm 35. I'm almost 36. I started rapping in 97, like second grade. Like that was the first time I ever wrote like rhymes. Like that's almost 30 years ago. Like, how many people I done seen come and go that's in my age group that don't rap no more? Like they just, oh, I didn't make it or I didn't pop the way I wanted to. So they stopped. Like, nah. Like I just do it now just for the sport of it. Just because I love it. Like,
Hmm.
especially now I done seen what hip hop is as far as the business side and the industry side. I don't think I want to get involved in that side. But I'm okay with also being in the background now. I'm okay with writing for somebody, being a ghostwriter, getting credits on like getting sync licensing, rapping, or
Yeah.
having like a jingle for like a cartoon or a business. Like I'm okay with that too. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't. I'm cool with any record deal. If it's like an independent deal or something like that, I'm cool with that. Like that's cool. But I'm not
Oh, yeah.
no 360 though. I'm not doing no 360 though. Mm-mm.
Hell no. But it's time to get
That
into
shit.
these R&B
Oh yeah, yeah.
singers.
I got the
Who's your top five?
my top five R&B singers.
Yeah.
Uh, it's controversial. I want to just do an honorable mention. So my mentions would be Tyrese, um, Bobby Brown, uh, Johnny Gill, Mr. Biggs, uh, Monica, Ashanti, just to name a few. And then here's my list. So in no particular order. I know it's controversial. I know this person is very
Is it
controversial.
controversial?
R. Kelly. It is what it is. I know
Yeah.
some people not going, you know what I'm saying? Some people feel whatever. We just
Yeah.
talking about music. We're talking about the music, okay? That's it. Um, Whitney
Yeah.
Houston. I gotta say Whitney Houston. Oh, another honorable mention, Mariah Carey. I don't have her on the list, but I got R.
Oh
Kelly,
shit.
Whitney Houston. Yeah, I didn't have her on the list. It was too. The list is tough. It's tough. Well, I might have to replace her for. I might have to replace for somebody. But I got R. Kelly, Whitney Houston. I got my boy Charlie Wilson. I got Brandy, and then I got a three-way tie with Anita Baker, Faith Evans, and Kelly Price. That's my
Oh
three-way
shit.
tie. That's my three-way tie right there. I can't right now. I can't choose out of them three, but that's a three-way tie because I love Anita Baker voice. I've loved Anita Baker voice since I was a little boy, like for real. There's something
Yeah,
about
Anita
Anita's
Baker. Shout out
voice
to
when
Anita
I hear
Baker
that.
for real.
I can't
Yeah,
explain it. Anita Baker voice, I cannot explain it. Like she has
man.
like a very distinctive voice. Like I love Patti LaBelle too. She got to get mentioned, but they like Gladys Knight, but they're kind of like more like soul, like you know what I'm saying. It's not really R&B, but I can see them. You know what I'm saying. Diana Ross, but I didn't really listen to them as much. But definitely Kelly Price. I don't know why people don't really talk about Kelly Price, but that woman can hit some notes, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it,
she
it,
can.
it
Yeah.
was tough to really make this list. So I knew some people was gonna get left off. That's why I said I wanted to make some honorable mentions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much my top five.
Okay, so my top five R&B singers is Mary J. Blige, uh,
Oh shit. I forgot about Mary J. Damn.
Aretha Franklin,
Oh yeah.
Maya, Aaliyah, and Toni Braxton. Woo!
Oh yeah, I love Tony Braxton too.
Yeah, I grew up listening to all them singers, man. It's like my house is just like a pure R&B house when I was growing up. Because my mom, she was a big Aretha Franklin fan. My sister, she was a big Mary J. Blige fan and a Maya fan and Aaliyah. My mom, she listened to like Tony Braxton 24/7, bro.
Oh, I don't know if you knew who she was, but I like Shanice Wilson. She
Yeah,
was
Shanice, yeah.
that's Flex Washington wife, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Flex. I like her too.
Flex Washington, yeah.
Yeah.
And my top R&B songs, like top 10, is John B. Don't Talk, Faith Evans, I Love You, um, Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac, Jaheim, Anything featuring Next, Lucy Pearl, Dance Tonight, Tony Tone Tone, Anniversary, Mint
Ooh,
Condition, Breaking My Heart, Pretty Brown Eyes. I got Keisha Cole, You Changed, Escape,
damn.
Who Can I Run To, and Miguel Adorn. But my honorable mention is Carl Thomas, I Wish.
Oh
Woo!
yeah. Carl Top yeah. Carl Top well you know what? You know what? I might have to I got damn. I got to do an honorable mention for Carl Thomas too because I didn't put him in the top 10. Emotional, I love
Yeah,
emotional. I'll
yeah.
be emo. That was my joint. That was my joint. But my top 10 is "Hit Me Off" by New Edition.
Oh,
Um,
damn.
"Early in the Morning" by Cat Band.
Oh, shit.
"Outstanding" by Cat Band.
Oh,
"Heartbreak
damn.
Hotel" Whitney Houston, Faith Evans, and Kelly Price. "Please
Oh,
Don't Go"
man.
by Tank.
Oh, shit.
I Wish by R. Kelly.
Oh, man.
Anytime by Brian McKnight.
Oh, man.
Used to Love Me by Faith Evans.
Oh, shit.
Uh, I got Burning by Thames. And
Yo.
I got a tie. I got a two-way tie. The last one, I got a two-way tie. Rehab by Rihanna and So Contagious with R. Kelly and Mr. Biggs. I had to put that shit up there.
Oh,
I had
shit.
to put that.
Yo. I didn't think about that, man.
Who's to hit the shit? Your ass is good. That was my shit. Yeah. Yeah, and that was a continuation though. People don't
Yeah.
remember, but that was a sequel to when he left him in the desert. Remember when he had him in the desert? That was supposed to be like a continuation. That
Yeah.
was
I
my. I
remember
used to
that.
like
Yeah.
that. It's so many R. Kelly songs because I can't even tell you how many R. Kelly songs. You remind me of my Jeep. Um,
Yeah.
I believe I can fly.
Body's
Um,
calling.
who's this? Honey Love, Honey Love.
Yeah. Honey Love.
Uh, oh yeah, five too. I got to put High Five Kissing Game. I need to put that as an honorable mention. I used to like High Five. Oh, SWV. Um, can we? That was a thought, but I didn't put them in my top 10. But yeah, SWV. My older sister, I love her to death. She used to love SWV. That was one of her favorite that TLC. I forgot. I gotta put Creep as an honorable mention, and No Scrubs. Yep. There's a few.
Damn.
It's a few TLC, but it's too much. That's like with R&B, you got to make a top 20, top 30 type. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of shit gonna get left out. A lot of stuff
Yeah,
got left out. But I had
especially like a
like
top 40,
I
man.
did the
It's like,
best. Yeah, I got my
yeah,
top 5 albums. This was tough,
okay.
man. This was tough. So I
All
got
right.
Never Say Never by Brandy. I got Never Say Never by
Okay.
Brandy.
All
I
right.
got 12 Play by R. Kelly.
Oh shit.
I,
Yeah.
I got R by R. Kelly.
Oh
Number
man.
4, I got Don't Be Cruel by Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
And shit, number 5, I've been stuck on. And I'm gonna be real. I think I'm gonna have to give that to TLC. Crazy, Sexy, Cool. I think I'm gonna have to give it to
Oh man,
TLC.
that's in my list too, man. I was like, damn. But
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to TLC. I got to do something with TLC, man. Yeah, that
okay.
was tough.
So my top five R&B albums is Keisha Cole, The Way It Is. I used
Mm.
to blast that CD, man. She got some classics on that one. Her
Hell
debut
yeah.
album.
Got
I
Keisha
got Earth.
Cole.
Yeah, I got Usher Confessions. I got
Woo!
I
Damn.
got I got John B. Cool Relax.
Damn.
That Cool Relax joint. That got some gems on that too. By John B.
Damn.
I got Whitney Houston, the Bodyguard soundtrack. I got
Mm.
Earth, Wind and Fire. Oh shit. Uh, Earth, Wind and Fire Reasons. Let's
Damn.
see.
Oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I knew that was like 70. That came out like in the late 70s, I think, or early 80s.
Yeah,
I
I grew
forgot
up
to
on Earth,
even
Wind and
put
Fire.
Stevie Wonder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mentioned Stevie
Yeah.
Wonder on my previous episodes, but
There was another
yo,
song. I
it's
forgot the title of it though.
mhm.
It was a Stevie Wonder song. I forgot the title of it. I think it was like it go like until the day always until the day, something like that. It's like, I think it's called Always. I'm not sure. I gotta go look it up. But I really like that's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
favorite Stevie
it's called
Wonder song.
As. Yeah,
But
I still be loving you always. Yeah, my mom
yes,
used to.
that's the one. Yup, yup. Yes, yes. That's the
Yeah,
one. I just didn't
yeah.
know the name of it. And I know I was going to probably butcher it. Now, hip hop albums. If you would have said top 5 hip hop albums, that would have still been a problem too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, my fault for
Especially if you
the
would have been
Earth,
like
Wind and
top
Fire
5 rap.
one. Yo, is the album's called "That's the Way of the World." My fault. I thought it was Reasons, but they got the song "Reasons" on that album. That's the Way of the World. So my bad on that one. But
Mm.
yo, those are classic albums. I gotta check out from your list too. You got some good ones too. Like I mean,
Yeah,
I still got that album by R. Kelly. My mom, she used to blast that shit. Like, um,
yeah. But check out,
what's that
check
song?
out.
When the woman's fed up, half on a
Yes,
baby,
but check
spending
out,
money.
check out. Check out. R. Kelly had an album before 12 Play, but it was with a group called Public Announcement.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
yeah, I know about that one
underground.
with Honey Love. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Give me that honey
Yeah, I like that.
love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I was gonna actually, to be real with you, and look, this so and what's so crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know why they put it in here, because when I'm thinking about it now, somebody
Yeah.
gotta go. Because I lost my fucking mind. Aaliyah gotta go in my top 5. I'm bugging out. Somebody gotta go. I'm sorry. Somebody gotta go. I don't know who it is, but somebody gotta go. Whitney Houston and R. Kelly can stay, but somebody gotta go. because I done lost my damn mind, and I walk around with an Aaliyah hoodie. Like I love Aaliyah. Like I'm bugging the fuck out. I gotta somebody gotta go off that top 5 too. Because I'm bugging out. I'm gonna have to replace that. Somebody gotta go. I don't know who it is, but somebody gotta go right now because I might fuck around put Aaliyah first 3 albums in that top 5 because Aaliyah's
One in a
debut
million.
album, Age Ain't Nothing
Yeah.
But a Number,
Oh yeah.
One
Oh,
in
I
the
forgot. Oh
Million,
yeah.
the one before
Yeah.
she passed away. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. She had
It
3
was a self-titled
classic
Aaliyah.
albums.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah, she had 3 classic albums. 3. Like literally. Now, I also
Cause
believe, in my personal
my
opinion,
sister used to
Brandy
blast
has
that
3
Aaliyah
classics
album.
too.
Woo. Woo.
Yeah, I think Brandy, her first album, Brandy, Never Say
Yeah.
Never, both of them is
Mm-hmm.
classic. I also think the one that she dropped, what was it called? Full Moon or something like that? I think it was called
Yeah. Full Moon.
Full
Yep.
Moon. Yeah, that I would say I think now I can't now I don't know about the albums really after that. I think Aphrodisiac was okay. But I say Brandy's first 2, 3 albums were legit. Definitely her first 2. I think Never Say Never was the peak Brandy. Was like Brandy at her peak. But
Yeah.
I say that was peak Brandy. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Cause
I
ain't that
gotta
the
I
song?
gotta I
Have you ever
gotta
on there?
huh? Yeah, I
I
think it
think that's
was. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
All
Mm-hmm.
those doesn't count and all that. That's her best selling album. I like her first album too, but I feel like by the time her second album came, like her voice was more mature. She was a little bit older. She had more experiences. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Aaliyah gotta go on my top 5. Somebody gotta go. But I'm gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, she gotta go, or she's gonna be tied with somebody because I'm bugging. I love Aaliyah. I'm bugging. I was actually just omitting her because I was just like, you know what? Because I'm so pro Aaliyah. Like Aaliyah don't do no wrong in my eyes. But it was like I gotta like try to like pick other people because I literally like if I could buy shirts with her face on it and shit like that, I would really do that because I literally have an Aaliyah shirt. I literally have a hoodie with Aaliyah face on. Like I really am. I was always a big Aaliyah fan, and she could dance. I feel like what we see with Sierra and all these singers that came after that was doing, I believe that Aaliyah was like the prototype for that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's tricky though. But New Edition is probably my favorite R&B group of all time. Though I would say that, even though you didn't
Yeah.
say
No
like the
addition.
list,
Yeah.
I would say New Edition. I would say New Edition. I think New Edition, but I would say New Edition with both Bobby Brown and Johnny Gill. I'm talking about the New Edition, my version of New Edition. I know there's multiple versions. Like they got the when they was young and they was kids, and then they got when Bobby
Yeah.
Brown left. No. The New Edition that I think is the best New Edition is '96 New Edition. In my opinion, 1996, 1997 New Edition when the Bobby Brown and Johnny Gill when Hit Me Off and all that was out. That to me, I think that was New Edition. That is the greatest R&B group put together right there. To me,
Yeah.
I
When they
think that
came
right
back. Yeah.
there. Like, of
When they
course, you
came
have
back.
other groups, but I think yeah, you got Gap Band, you got Hold Up, but I'm just saying as far as like you got like a whole almost everybody. Where Michael Bivins is the only one that don't sing, and I think and the other guy, I forgot his name. It'll come back to me, but
Are you
Bobby,
talking about
Ralph
Bobby
Tresvant,
and Ricky? Wait. No, it's not
yes,
Ricky.
I think
Yeah.
it was Ricky. No,
Yeah.
Ricky,
Ricky.
Ricky and Mike, Ricky and
Yeah.
Mike. They don't sing. They kind of like rap. But what I'm saying is everybody else sings. Ralph Tresvant can sing.
Oh,
Johnny Gill can
Ronnie. Ronnie
sing.
don't sing either.
Bobby
Yeah,
Brown,
Ronnie.
Ronnie, yeah, all right. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, Ronnie.
that's Bell Biv DeVoe. Basically, that's
Yeah, right
Bell
there.
Biv
Yeah,
DeVoe.
basically, yeah.
So Bell Biv DeVoe. All right. So basically, we got Bell Biv DeVoe. So, but Ralph Tresvant, Bobby Brown, and Johnny Gill sings.
Yeah.
They sing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
out of the three, it's debatable. But I think Johnny Gill be hitting some notes though. Johnny Gill is nice with it too. But
Because I forgot
we didn't even
sensitivity
mention
by Ralph Chess.
Gerald
Mm.
Levert.
Oh shit. Yeah, Gerald Levert. Yeah.
Yeah, Travis. Yeah, we ain't even mentioned Gerald Levert. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even talk about Gerald Levert. Gerald Levert got his own. He got his own catalog too. Not to
Even
mention Levert, the group. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But yeah,
even Aaron Hall. Like
TGT.
yeah,
Yeah. Aaron Hall might be going to jail though, but that's a whole other conversation. Aaron
yeah,
Hall,
yeah,
boy,
yeah, yeah,
boy, Vlad
yeah.
gonna get in trouble. But all saying, but yeah, Aaron Hall is a wild man. But Aaron Hall, I mean, yeah. Now Aaron Hall can. I ain't gonna front. Aaron Hall was nice with it. I'm not gonna take that from him. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna take
everybody
that
thought he
from
was
him.
like R. Kelly
But
or something, like another version. It was like crazy, man.
yeah, but R. Kelly was different. Like and it's, I know I could separate the artist from the person. Like,
Yeah, me
oh,
too.
we
Yeah,
didn't even talk about Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even mention Chris Brown. Like that's somebody else I got mentioned too. But what I'm saying is like R. Kelly. I hold R. Kelly up in high regard because of how many people he's written for. Not to mention how much content he has on his own. He has like 600 songs, probably that we ain't even hear or whatever. And you got to remember, R. Kelly was actually supposed to do Best of Both Worlds with Tupac though, but Tupac died. People don't even know that. It wasn't supposed to be Jay-Z and R. Kelly. It was supposed to be Tupac and R. Kelly. That's another caveat to why I think Pac might be the GOAT. But what I'm saying is
hmm
I think R. Kelly had a hell of a run. Like R&B wise, I think between like 93, no, that's yeah, 90, I say between like 95 and like 2005. I say in that like R. Kelly everything.
yeah. That 10 year gap.
I
Yeah,
remember. Like I'm dead. Yes, that's 10 yeah, yeah, yes, you gotta. I say like what? Remember, Trapped in the Closet had like 20 install. It was crazy. Trapped in the Closet had volumes. Remember that? That was crazy. And
yeah.
you gotta remember, yeah. I think like I would say up until like around there, cause um, yeah, I would say yeah. What was that song he had? She got me saying throwing, 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 throwing,
Yeah,
remember that? It was like he
yeah.
was
I
like
remember
in
that.
Japan or something like that. Was I like that. Um, yeah, I think R. Kelly pen game is crazy. He could really sing. Even they showed I seen a clip of him in prison, and he still has that voice. He could really sing. I think Whitney Houston is like Michael Jordan. Like you know what I'm saying. Like you know what I'm saying. Like as far as like the 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 range, like to me, like her range. I'm not saying nobody can sing the way Whitney Houston can, but I just think the way Whitney could hold that note, like, mm-mm.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like Mariah is a problem too. I love Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige, I gotta put is right up there with me with Aaliyah and all, but it's just Whitney Houston though. We ain't even talk about Dionne Warwick. And Dionne Warwick is her cousin. But what I'm saying is like, or something like that, or stuff. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's her cousin. But
hmm
Whitney Houston voice, it's like when you hear her voice, you know it's her. And here's a caveat. I dropped a snippet. You heard it on Instagram a couple months
Yeah.
back, and I was doing like a snippet of a. It sounded like
Yeah.
an
That Whitney
R&B.
Houston sample. Yep.
That was Whitney Houston's voice.
hmm
Yeah, that was Whitney Houston's voice. You know what I'm saying? It was sampled from a song. I can't really remember right now, but it was sampled from something. But yeah, like uh, and that's actually that's something that I'm working on. That's going to be on my next project as well. So I'm uh pretty certain that EP3 is going to be my next project. Not sure if I'm gonna have features. I think I might take it back to EP1 and just do it alone because I did a feature on my second emotion picture, and me and that artist like we not really seeing eye to eye creative differences even now. And I just like, to me, not saying that I would never do features again. I just think I'm gonna just probably just stick to my, formula of just probably just doing like a project by myself. Now, if it's appropriate to to have, what I'm saying, to have somebody feature, of course I'll do that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But right now, nah. And I don't know. I mean, like I've even entertained the idea of any, going even further than Emotion Picture 3. I've even entertained going to a part 4. You know what I'm saying? Or possibly a part 5,
yeah,
maybe. But I'm not, you know, decided on that completely. I gotta see how I feel after part 3. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I
Like
feel you on that.
I don't know, because if that's the, yeah, I got, because I like trilogies, I like series, I like, you know what I'm saying. But for me, it gotta make sense
Yeah, because you don't
to
want it to
go
be dragged
further.
out. Yeah,
Now, the only reason why, the only reason why I feel like I could go further is because Emotion Picture is based on my life. So even if I'm rapping at 40 years old, I can still continue Emotion Picture because it's basically still going as my life is going. So that's the
yeah,
good thing about it. It's not like some people, when they create series, it's only for a time capsule, or it is only relevant to that time period. Like if it's about your life and how you're growing, I could go up to Motion Picture 10 if I wanted to, but I don't think I would go that far. But I'm saying, like,
yeah, yeah,
I would see how I feel after part 3. Like if I feel okay and I'm like, all right, I'll just leave it there. Then I might just continue it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like I might not do it in a musical form. I might try to make it like a cartoon or something, or a game, or I could continue it but call it a different name or something like that, or
yeah. Like let it branch off into
something
something
of
different.
that nature. I don't know,
Yeah,
but yeah, yeah, because I don't want to rap forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I love
yeah,
rapping. If I can, I'll do it for the love. But there's other things that I want to do. But I also feel like I can incorporate rap into it, because we're all a brand. We're a brand. It's all how you
yeah,
brand yourself, and that's something that that I'm doing. That I want to brand myself. You gotta get your own logo and symbol, and have your own logo and start promoting that. That's something that I aspire to do in the near future. Have my own, because that you got to start looking at yourself as a business, as an
yeah,
entity. That's what I'm starting to do. You know what I'm saying? Because music, like the industry and the music stuff, like that's cool, but there's other ways that we can monetize. Yeah, look, I know everything ain't about money, but at the same time, we also been working hard. We should enjoy the fruits of our labor. We should be compensated to a certain extent. And I feel like there's other ways that you can monetize off of your brand, off of your likeness. You know what I'm saying? Music,
yeah.
selling records
That's some
may
real
not be
shit.
as prevalent as it once was, but we can sell our own merch. You know what I'm saying? We can sell our merch. We can, weed is legal now. Even if you don't smoke weed, we can partner up with a dispensary or get our own weed strand. We can do commercials. You know what I'm saying? We at a point where I've seen a battle rapper get on the new Fresh Prince of Bel Air like show or whatever. He's a battle rapper, Easy the Block Captain. Like, and he came from battling and he got a role on that show. You know they had that little spinoff of Fresh Prince of Bel Air. But I'm
Oh
saying,
yeah, Bel
like,
Air. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's called Bel Air, something like
yeah.
that. But yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It was a drug. He's like a drug dealer. The character that he was like bet him in battle. He's like a drug. He's a battle rapper. But anyway, yeah, you can now. You know what I'm saying? You can now, even the playing field, you can do other things. You can sell your music directly to your followers, to your supporters. To, you know what I'm saying? It's different now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could create an idea, and let's say I'm working on a movie. I've been writing a script for something. I can create the film or have it. You know what I'm saying? put out, and then I can have my own music played in the film. I mean, look at it. Isn't that what 50 Cent did in his movie? He was playing his
Yeah, get rich and
music
die
in
trying.
his
Yeah,
movie, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just like Tupac had his music played in movies, just like Eminem had his music played in 8 Mile and stuff like that. Like you
yeah,
gotta
like
find other
soundtracks. Yeah,
ways to
soundtracks. Yeah.
yeah, soundtracks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Soundtracks. Like look at ASAP Rocky had that movie with Denzel a couple months ago. It was called Highest to Lowest. He had some
Hmm.
songs that was going to the sound for the soundtrack. That's what I'm saying. Like, so
Yeah.
it's a double edged sword. Like you a rapper and you can act, you can do other things. You know what I'm saying? Like you can model for something. You can use your likeness. That's basically what I'm looking forward to doing in the future. Like, of course, I would love to do shows and tour and do stuff like
Yeah.
that. But if if it blossoms into something else, I'll embrace that too. Like I'm not like, oh yeah, I gotta. You know what I'm saying? Because we in a, I don't want to say we in a recession, but we're in a different type of climate with music. So it's like you kind of gotta really have a solid like following and blueprint for people to really even listen to you. And you got to really have real attention. And I feel like that's why I said if I do other things, it could um, propel that
Branch off. Yeah.
energy back to my music. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I want to do other things. Like I really do want to do films. Like I want to do, and it don't have to be like it don't have to be like me physically in the film. Now you can get animated movies done. Like let's just say like I'm not able to make this stuff happen until I'm like 40 something, 50 something years old. Let's just say I'm kind of up there in age. Okay, cool. I could just do an animated version of it. I could still be me, but I could do like they're doing that right now with the Predator series. They're about to make like an animated like the movie I think it was called Predator. Um if it was a Predator movie that came out earlier this year, not the one that's in theaters right now. It's another one. It was
Yeah.
like Killer of Killers or something like that. And
Yeah.
yeah, they at the end they had like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny Glover's character at the end of the cartoon. So it's like obviously they're older now, so they can't physically do the things that they did back then. But if it's an anime still, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like I wanna it's other things and you just bring yourself. And I feel like that's something that is very important, like having a logo. Cause look, whenever we see the Wu Tang sign symbol, we know what the hell that is. That's the
Yeah.
logo. I feel
That's
like
their brand.
that to me is more important than me having a slogan. Exactly. You want to
Hmm.
have something associated with you. It's the same thing. It's just like Jordan. He got the symbol with him up in the air. We know once we see that, that's Michael Jordan. Like it's the same
Yeah.
thing. We need to have something that just like Drake, you see the owl, you know that's OVO, right? You know that's
Yeah.
connected to him. That's what I'm saying. You need
Hmm.
to figure out something that's
Different and
um
unique. Yeah.
true to you. Yeah, that's yeah, and that's something that I'm working on. I don't know how long, but I am working on doing that. I will have like a logo done in the future. I will be getting that done, like a real logo, not no respectfully, not no GBT. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not
Yeah.
Chat GPT is cool for certain things, but I think also Chat GPT also in a way is hindering things sometimes. Like yes, it's very helpful, but it's not like I think it's kind of making it uh easier for a lack of hard work to be done. Now, some things, yes, I'm not knocking Chat GPT for everything. If it's like, oh, okay, you want to just get a little artwork done for something, or you would do that. But I'm saying, like, I for me, this time I'm coming back around, it's gonna be a whole different vibe. It's gonna be a whole different energy. I have to do everything professional, or at least more up to par. So I don't just want anything linked to my brand. You know what I'm
That's true.
saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm learning I gotta be more consistent.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't just want like even like and I'm not taking shots at nobody, but even like with features, sometimes I might have to say no. Or it may not, you know what I'm saying, just because, or it might be now, like it might be now, I might have to charge certain people for features because, I gotta make money as well. You know what I'm saying? To a
Yeah,
certain
word.
extent,
Yeah,
especially if I'm not making money on streams. But yeah, you gotta also watch. I'm also being very conscious of who I am allowing to collaborate with me, or you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying. And I'm not just talking about like, oh, I don't want to collaborate with them because they may have a personal difference or they might have a whatever their lifestyle preferences. I'm not talking about that, but it might be like, they might be sending me a track and the quality is horrible, but they want me to rap over that because I'm cool with them or I'm an artist. It's like, no. Also, when you do start getting recognition, people are gonna go and look you up and look at stuff you've done. You don't want to be looked at in a bad light. You know what I'm saying? Because of
yeah,
certain things. It's just like another reason I'm kind of glad that I don't have Twitter anymore is that if I was to really start popping, people will go back and look up your old tweets. You know how many people I see get flamed up because of their old tweets from like 10,
yeah.
15 years ago, and they don't even think like that no more. And people, the internet is crazy. They will find it. They will find it.
Word.
So
Yeah, yes, they will.
they will find it. That's why I like. And even though I did delete my Twitter, they might still. I mean, I haven't said nothing crazy. Like I wasn't like talking like racist or like saying nothing sexist and nothing like that. But I did have a foul mouth when people was disrespectful to me. Like I can say that. Like there was a point where I didn't have a chill button. You know what I'm saying? Like especially if somebody was really disrespecting me on Twitter, I've
Yeah,
definitely talked crazy to people on Twitter before. So that's what I'm saying. I just didn't want that to be resurfaced. And people will come back later like, damn, you telling people check it, and all that. Because I used to talk was offensive. I was because
yeah,
Twitter was a place where see now I guess it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more sensitive or like what I'm saying, sensitive towards things. But there was
yeah,
a point where you could pretty much say whatever the hell you wanted to say on that app. It didn't matter what it was. It could be anti-Semitic or whatever. I wasn't even talking like that, but I definitely was like I was like disrespectful. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not saying disrespectful for no reason. I'm talking about towards trolls. But I had to learn like you can't always respond. And a lot of people, I had to learn even in those situations. There were people that just wanted me to reply to them. I've talked crazy to somebody and like yo, I just wanted you to respond to me or say something. I'd be like, what? So you would want me to talk to you crazy? You could have just said something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy. That's why I had to leave Twitter alone. And then it got real toxic because I don't know if you know because maybe you still have Twitter, but I don't know if you know. But now, from what I remember, because I'm almost a year off of Twitter now. They say now you can block somebody, but even though you're blocked, y'all are blocked.
yeah.
Y'all
They
can
can still
still
see your
see
tweets. Yeah,
what y'all tweet. That's toxic to me. That's toxic to me because that defeats the purpose of blocking you. What's the point of me blocking you? Blocking you is, or you blocking me is so I don't see you no more, your content. What is the point of that? It's basically we're blocked, but we're not blocked. But the only thing we can't do is directly interact. I could literally go on your page and see you talking crazy about me, and we could still have a subliminal war. That doesn't make sense. Like that's dumb to me, and I feel like no, I'm just saying that's dumb.
yeah.
Like that's pretty much gaslighting in a way. What's the point of that? See, one thing I can say about Instagram, if somebody block you on Instagram, you click, you don't know what's going on, and after a while, your page just disappeared. It's gone. Like they won't see you no more. Like Twitter, that's toxic to me. Facebook does the same thing, but me, I'm only focusing on three apps right now: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I just
Yeah.
clipped my Facebook. I just clipped Twitter, I ain't got Kick no more, no Snapchat. I'm not doing Discord, Twitch. I deleted those. Now, if I once I start building my social medias up, then I can,
Yeah,
okay, go follow me here, go follow me there. But right now, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. That's it. And by the
yeah,
way, if
yeah,
anybody wants to follow me there, it's at A Law Raps. That's ALAWRAPS. ALAWRAPS. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. If you type me anywhere else, you're not gonna find me. I don't have any other socials. Those are my three platforms that I'm gonna be um focusing on right now because that's something. You know what? Let me go back to something that you said. You said if there's something that you regret. I wouldn't say I necessarily regret this, but I do think that I should have gone about it in a better way. And I think
hmm
is my was promoting myself on social media platforms. I thought if I had like multiple, because at one point, I don't know if you remember, but I had multiple Instagrams. I
yeah,
had, you know what I'm saying? I had like 3 Instagrams, then a YouTube, then a Facebook, then a Twitter, then a TikTok. I had like at one point about 10 social medias. That is overwhelming, especially when it's just you managing. Now I've had some points where people have helped me, but it was overwhelming, and I feel like I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but I don't know if you've ever seen certain people pages, and I'm not trying to take no shot. I'm just this is my observation. You've ever seen like people that have had multiple social medias, but they'll be lit on like one app or maybe two, but then like the
hmm
rest of their pages is dead because they don't have the time to generate to be on that. Like they might have like they'll be verified or have a big following on Instagram, but their TikTok is dead. Like they only you know what I'm saying? Or their
yeah, yeah.
Facebook is dead.
I seen
Like
that a
to
lot
me,
too.
like yeah, I feel like now I'm not talking about when you just starting off your social media. I'm talking about they done had all these platforms for years and they still can't get a following. I'm gonna be real with you. Facebook ain't my platform. I for
Me
some
either.
reason I'm pigeonholed on that app. I can't do nothing. Like I don't get looked at as an artist up there. I get looked like I'm not taken seriously, and I'm the type of person I'm not just gonna have a social media because oh yeah, people need to see you. Sometimes the algorithm is not in your favor on that app, or it's not. It doesn't work for you. For me, I get more engagement on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm getting more engagement on YouTube. Why not just stay on those apps because it would be easier. It's easier to manage 1 to 3 apps as opposed to you got to post on 8 different apps. Like that's too. It's too much. Like it's too much.
Way too
And with
much.
YouTube, it is too much. And I feel like when you think about it, YouTube is probably the best one because that's the second largest platform behind Google. Then you got TikTok. TikTok is for discovering things. And then you got Instagram. I feel like to me, I'm still also somewhat still um I'm still getting I'm still somewhat related getting some type of interaction with Facebook because Facebook buy Instagram or it has some type of ownership of Instagram, I
Yeah.
believe. Facebook, yeah,
Mm.
so yeah. And I just see a lot of people that have a lot. Now, if you could work it, you could work your social medias, then that's cool. Because I know some people that could do it. But for me, I'm just talking from my perspective. It was too overwhelming. That was one of the reasons why I deactivated my social media. I've been pretty much deactivated for about 3 months now. I'll be coming back in December. But I'm just saying, like, I had to take a step back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to, and then social media can also become a very toxic environment. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you just
Yeah.
seeing certain things on your news feed. You know what I'm saying? It was to a point where I had to block certain pages because they just like to report toxicity. Like, and I couldn't deal with. I'm not going to shout them their names out, but I'm sure you know of these platforms that
Yeah.
and it's just like that wasn't good for me. And I just feel like, to me, I don't want to go where I'm tolerated. I want to go where I'm celebrated. You know what I'm saying? Like I
That's
just
it for
like, for
real.
me, like I don't want to be. I'm not the type of person that likes to be somewhere, and this is metaphorically and literally. Like, I don't like to be somewhere where I know I'm not really welcome, and that means social media too. Like, if I know I'm not really, if I know like this app ain't really beneficial, why just have it there? That's actually a waste of time, and you exerting yourself unnecessarily. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you can
Yeah,
utilize that on a different app. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're realistically not going to get everybody anyway. You're not going to find everybody anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's not possible. But what's possible is trying to uh maintain and work on what you have right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I had to learn, bro. Like, that's something that I learned now. I will be back on Instagram, um, TikTok, and YouTube. Um, December. So this by the time this comes out, my
mhm,
social medias will be active. My YouTube is always active, but my TikTok and my Instagram will be active. And no matter what, I'll make sure to not deactivate them again, even if it means I just gotta log out and just delete the app. But it will create anticipation, and I know there's people that's been wondering what's been going on with me. I know when I come back, and I've been working on stuff, so it ain't like I just like disappeared and ain't got nothing. But I needed a break, bro. Like, I've been I've been in and out of New York. I go there here and there to visit fam or to, take care of business. But I've been traveling more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just been
yeah,
seeing more of life. Um, been staying away from sucker stuff, sucker shit. Like, involve myself with, you know what I'm saying, with certain things. Like, I mind my business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just stay prayed up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I stay close to loved ones, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't even like talk like that. I used to have. I remember a point my phone was always going off. I always now it's like it's different. I kind of like that because the way I move now is real different. Like, you have to really, like,
yeah,
if you don't have my phone number, you pretty much you probably don't know what's going on with me. Like, for real. Like, cause I'm not even on social media like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's sacred too, because not a lot of people have my number. Like, I used to be the type where, oh, nah, it's different now. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Like, it's different, and this world is different, man. It's colder than a pimp heart out here, man. People really out here doing some foul shit, man. You gotta be careful. Like, I'm learning. I'm just learning, man. It could be a family, it could be your own friend. I'm just learning, but as far as like mentally, just I'm in a better state. I got myself in better shape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny. Like, this time 2 years ago, I was like, no, matter of fact, this time like a year and a half ago, I was like 140 pounds. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm
yeah,
200 pounds. So it's like I had to physically, mentally get myself, and that actually helped me too. And I think that's actually helping me with everything, including like music. Is now I'm in better shape. So it's like my mind is more sharper. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's just like,
I feel you on
and
that.
plus, if I want to do, I'm talking about, I want to do movies and I want to do these things. What if these opportunities present themselves and they present themselves a little bit quicker than what I thought? I'll physically be in shape, or at least in better shape than before. Like, I'm actually start. I could do 50 push-ups in a row now. I could do pull-ups, chin, and it took me some time, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, like, I don't know, like, I just like, even with that, like, that's a stress reliever. You know what I'm saying? Working out.
Yeah,
Like, I didn't do it like the cliche reasons, like, oh yeah, I want to look good for the women. It was like, nah, I wanna further my lifespan, and also it just helps like your clarity, your mind, like you know what I'm saying? Because I used to be a
Yeah.
heavy smoker, meaning smoking weed. Like I used to, like now I slowed down a lot. And there's gonna be a point where I'm not gonna be smoking as much. I hardly smoke. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
used to smoke all the time, bro. Like all the time. Now it's like I don't smoke the way I used to. Like I smoke here and there. Like I'm puffing a little bit now, but it's like there was a point where I had to smoke all the time. Like if it was somewhere I couldn't go because I couldn't smoke, I wouldn't go. Like now it's like I don't think like that. I never really had a drinking problem. I don't really drink that much anyway. And I haven't even drank alcohol in about like 2 months now. So like, and when I do drink, it's like a little sip of something. I'm more like a wine kind of person. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah. Other than that, I'm cool, bro. Like I'm just going to just keep pushing. Like I'm still going, still have my pulse on what's going on with music, but I got other things that
Yeah.
I want to do as far as like what I told you about with film. I want to do video game. I want to have a video game. I want to have a comic book. I want to do things like that too. But that takes time. But now that the avenues that we have now,
It's
we can
anything
make
is
that.
possible. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm not gonna hold you up too long, but I want to
Yeah.
thank you for coming to this show because I gotta go for a little bit. But yo, we always keep in touch, you know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, bro. Just hit me up. I'll be around.
All right, bro. Thank you
Yeah,
for being a
man.
guest.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you having me on your platform, bro. Don't forget y'all follow me again on Instagram at Alaw Raps. ALAWRAPS. ALAWRAPS. That's on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Alaw.
All right, peace, my G.
All right, bro. All
All
right.
right.